What is up, YouTube? Team Deception09 here today with another deck profile for you guys. Today I thought I would do my Madolche Redox build. I kind of got the idea from someone on Duelist Grounds. Like I was going through some of their deck discussions over there, and one of them mentioned Redox, so I decided to build it and try and play it for myself. It's actually really good. There are a few things that I'm still kind of not entirely sure on that I want to move around or whatever. I'm still kind of playing with it, so this is kind of like a prototype, maybe something that's just in testing, whatever you want to consider it. So let's just get into the monsters. Two Crufton, it's the one that returns any Madolche card from your field to your hand to increase its attack by 300 and its level by 1. It triggers your ticket, regardless of whatever Madolche card it is. If it's bounced back to the hand, then you get to search a card. So, I mean, you can use that for free searches. Next up we have two Hoot Cakes. It's the one that banishes from your graveyard, like a monster from your graveyard, to summon any Madolche from your deck except for Hoot Cake, and you can only use this effect once per turn. Still a ridiculously good card. Allows you to make interesting plays. You can bring out the Messengerado, it can bring out any of the beasts to make a rank 3 if you want, whatever. Next up we have our Stratos, the three Magdalenes. When it's normal summoned, or flip summoned, you can special summon. Add any Madolche monster from your deck to your hand, including herself. Next up we have three Messengelados. When it's special summoned while you control a beast monster, or a beast type Madolche monster, you can search for any Madolche spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. And under the Chateau, it's a 2100 level 4 warrior, which is really good. Next up we have three Madolche Mew Fuel. It's your Bogart Knight for the deck. When it's normal summoned, you can special summon any Madolche monster from your hand. We have two React and Elemental Dragon of Earth. It summons your Redox from your deck by discarding another Earth. And pretty much every monster in this deck is Earth, so whatever. And then we have three Redox Elemental Dragon of Crags. It's basically just there to, well, the stupid thing with this card in this deck is if you discard, like if you have one of your beasts face up on the field and you have an earth monster already in your graveyard somehow, you can discard Redox and Messengerado from your hand to special summon the Messengerado after it's hit the graveyard. Then you can search for cards and do a whole bunch of dumb things. It's really stupid in my opinion, and not to mention it's a 3000 wall that just says, hey, you're probably not getting over me unless you waste resources. It's ridiculous, really. Anyways, onto the spells. We have our staple Dark Hole, staple Heavy Storm, 3 Chateau. If you don't know what it does, when it's activated, all Madolche monsters in your graveyard get shuffled into the deck, and while it remains face up on the field, Madolche monsters gain 500 attack and defense. And if a monster in your graveyard would be returned to your deck by the effect of a Madolche monster, you can add it to your hand instead. So you don't really lose monsters very easily. Ticket, like I said before, whenever a Madolche card is returned from your field or your graveyard to your main deck or your hand, you can add any Madolche monster from your deck to your hand, and if you control a face-up fairy type Madolche monster, you can special summon the monster you added in attack position. We have our one Monster Reborn and one Reinforcement of the Army. This searches out your Messengerado. So like if you just need a 2100 beat stick, or if you have the Mew Fuel in your hand to special summon the Messengerado when you normal summon Mew Fuel, you can do that. So I mean, it's just kind of good to have. Traps, we have two Bottomless Trap Hole, two Compulsory. Compulsory is also pretty good with Ticket. Like you can bounce your own monster while you have Ticket out, and then Ticket will be triggered. So because it just doesn't care how it gets bounced back to your hand, it just has to be by card effect. Two Fiendish Chains, really good this format in my opinion. Two Palooza, a lot of people tell me that it's bad at 2. In my opinion, it's actually really good at 3, or not 3, at 2, because you can make a whole bunch of stupid plays. You can make Shockmaster and shit. Like I've done it multiple times. It's really dumb at 2. Two Mirror Forces, one Solemn Judgment, one Solemn Warning, and one Starlight Road. The last bit there is kind of explanatory, or self-explanatory. Extra deck, we have one Stardust Dragon for the Starlight Road, one Diamond Direwolf. You can actually blow up your Mew Fuel, your Crufton, and your Hoot Cake for what it's worth, even though they won't be triggered and go back to your deck or your hand or whatever. Which is fine. I mean, whatever. It also allows you to put cards in your graveyard for Tiramisu when you get around to it. One Cowboy, pretty much a staple in anything that can make anything that's rank 4. Chain is an interesting card in this deck. You can overlay it and detach, put something like if you don't have access to Ticket or Magdalene, you can put the Magdalene on top of your deck. You can put Reacted on top of your deck. You can put anything that you need for in your hand on top of your deck. You can also send Redox to the graveyard, so you can use Redox's effect or whatever if you want. It's just there for those types of plays. I'm still play testing it, so I mean I'm not entirely sure if I'm keeping it in, but yeah. One Leviair, since you can make easy rank 3s. One Invoker for the Messenger Auto. Two Madolche Queen Tiara Misus, your boss monster for the deck. You can detach a material to target up to 2 Madolche cards in your graveyard, shuffle them into your deck, and then shuffle cards your opponent controls into the deck up to the number of cards returned. So you can shuffle 2 back into your deck and still only return 1 card on their field to their deck, which is really kind of dumb. Because with the Chateau, you can add the monsters. Like if you return monsters, you can add them back to your hand. And if this is face up, then you can use the effect of Ticket to special summon whatever you search out with Ticket as well, because she is a fairy. We have one Maestro, another card just like Cowboy. It's kind of staple, anything that can make rank 4. Since I'm playing Redox, I do play the Mecha Phantom Beast, Dragosack, and the Big Eye just because like there are times when I can actually play it. And I've actually done it quite often. So one Shockmaster, again with Palooza, it's kind of dumb. Late game, you tend to have a large hand. You have things like Crufson, Magdalene, Messengelato, things like that you can special summon and make level 4s and do whatever. So yeah, one Leviathan Dragon, again, rank 3 plays. Black Ship of Corn, another really good card, pretty much should be used in anything that can make rank 4s as well. It's not entirely necessary, I guess, but it's still really good. And then the one Zen Mains, because it's a Zen Mains. I mean, why wouldn't you play it if you're playing other rank 3s? So that's the deck. Let me know what you guys think. If you playtest it, let me know how it works for you guys. If you have suggestions or whatever, feel free to leave a comment telling me what you suggest or whatever. Or, all the other happy crap. If you like the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. If you haven't already, subscribe, and don't forget to click an ad or two as long as you do it responsibly, because it's always a huge help. I can't really stress that enough. So until the next episode, until the next video or whatever, this is Team Deception09 signing out. Peace, guys.